Hello, I'm Right Club Foot, an indie music artist from the Netherlands. Super excited to share my music with you guys. My latest single, Save the Planet, just released, and I have an album coming out later this year. Do check out my music on all major streaming platforms and of course on Smile Radio.
Hey, welcome back. It's Smile Radio here. Don't forget, if you've missed any of our live shows, which we do have a massive selection of fantastic shows available on demand, you can catch us on Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, and Podbean. Not only that, you can catch some of the great live event coverage that we've had over the last year, and you can catch some of the great interviews that we've had in the studio, such as Big Rooster Jeff, who you're listening to right here in the background right now. This is Smile Radio. Time to go back to some great new music. Oh yes, baby. Oh yes.
We don't stop the music.
Playing tomorrow's brightest stars today. This is Smile Radio, the home of the best new music alerts from around the world.
Just what is it that you want to do?
Well, we want to be free. We want to be free to do what we want to do. And we want to get loaded. And we want to have a good time. And that's what we're going to do.
Well, wait, baby, let's go.
We're going to have a good time. We're going to have a party.
Good evening out there, Smile Radio. It's Friday night and we're in the house, and by we, it's me, Ritchie J, and I'm joined by my main man, Jonathan Edwards from Middlesbrough. How you doing, Jono?
Very good, thank you.
Sweet as a coconut, mate. Sweet as a coconut. Right, it is the Renegade Rock Hours here on Smile Radio tonight. Now, we play a selection of great indie rock music, and tonight we had a little bit of chat before the show, and we're going to be playing some absolute bangers from the blast from the past indie, and yeah, we're going to be playing some great new stuff tonight. We'll have a little bit of banter in between it, and yeah, we'll talk about maybe some of the reasons why we picked the song. Might be a little bit risque. Now, remember, it is after 10 o'clock here at Smile Radio, so yeah, it's the Nisuafua hours, not safe for work. So yeah, if you're easily offended, easily just fuck off, you know. I'm only kidding. But yeah, anyway, Jonno, how's it going tonight? How you doing, buddy? You alright?
Yeah, boy. Ready to play some of the best songs out there.
Oh yes we are. Now, last night we had the GameboyZ together, and we did a little GameboyZ show where we we got a little bit political. I think it went really well. I figured out that none of us could actually run the country.
Considering it was us, it did.
I know, I figured that, we wouldn't be trusted to run the country at this point, but at least, we wouldn't nuke anybody, because we tried to get rid of the weapons 4 times. Ryin, that's a little bit of an iffy matter. I don't know, I think he'd probably keep the weapons, if I'm honest with you. But yeah, that's...
He's Team Rocket, though, isn't
he? Yeah, they've got to have some rockets, because they're blasted off at the speed of light, innit? It's Friday night. Why don't you let us know what you're getting up to? It's easy to do. We're on Facebook at Smile Radio Yorkshire. On Twitter and Instagram, we're at Smile Radio 3. So yeah, sit back, buckle in. We've got some Renegade Rock now for the next few hours, playing some absolute pearlers. Now, first up on the list is You're Gorgeous. It's by Baby Bird. It's one of those songs, like I said to Jonno earlier, just puts you in a good mood when you hear it. It is a summer song as well, and it's an absolute banger from the 90s. It's a blast from the past. So yeah, we're going to kick it off with that tonight. Yeah, if you've got a tune though, don't forget, get in contact with us at Smile Radio Yorkshire, at the GameboyZ of Smile on Facebook, and at Smile Radio 3 on Twitter and Instagram, at GameboyZ of Smile also on Instagram, I believe. I'm getting around to updating the account. It is going to happen, so you're going to have to bear with us. Anyway, here's some You're Gorgeous. This is to all you gorgeous people out there, because you're gorgeous, and we'd do anything for you right here, right now on Smile Radio.
Yeah, boy.
Remember that tank top you bought me? You wrote you're gorgeous on it. You took me to your rented motor car and filmed me on the bonnet. You got me to hitch my knees up and pulled my legs apart. You took an Instamatic camera and pulled my sleeves around my heart. Because you're gorgeous, I'd do anything for you. Because you're gorgeous, I know you'll get me through. You said my clothes were sexy. You tore away my shirts. rubbed an ice cube on my chest, snapped me till it hurts. Because you're gorgeous, I'd do anything for you. Because you're gorgeous, I know you get me You said I wasn't cheap. You paid me £20. You promised to put me in a magazine, on every table, in every lounge. Because you're gorgeous, I'd do anything for you. Because you're gorgeous, I know you'll get me through. Because you're gorgeous, I'd do anything for you. Because you're gorgeous, I know you'll get me, know you
Hours every Thursday night at 9 o'clock. Now back to some great music. Hasta la vista.
Hey, welcome back. It's the GameboyZ and the Renegade Rock Hours here this Friday night on Smile Radio. Me and my main man in the Middlesbrough, Jonathan Edwards, listening to some chilled out.
I'm your only man in Middlesbrough.
Well, that's what you think, man. That's what you think. Don't you think I don't have backup plans, buddy? You know, there's always a backup plan, you know, just in case the first lot of GameboyZ animated doesn't work out. We've got GameboyZ The Next Generation already in the making. I mean, sure, my man in Middlesbrough, he might be on meth and he might steal cars, but we're getting there with him. Tiny Tweaker is his street name. But, you know, I'm loving and caring for him, and, you know, he shakes it off most nights, and he's only tried to stab me like 3 nights on the trot, but it's all good. We'll get there. You should hear about Jam's...
Only 3?
You should hear about Jam and Ryan's replacements. I mean, they've all got like 24 fingers between them, so, you know, you got to work with what you can get in it. Yeah, they're all from the same area, mate. All from the same area, yeah. On that note, Norwich played Liverpool tonight. I said to Johnny before the show, didn't you catch the match? And Johnny was like, oh, I didn't even realise there was a match on. So yeah, Gay Jonno, football supporter. Now, you're back.
For one, it's my team's biggest rival, so I definitely don't care.
Yeah, but...
And for 2, it's Norwich.
Yeah. You know, you could be supporting your boys' teams, isn't it? You know, that's their home team, man. I mean, sure, they're not great. I mean, you know, obviously it was going to be... It's like going up against a big dog, isn't it? You know you're going to, like, get a whooping, but you can try and do it with some dignity, I guess. I mean, technically it's kind of my home team that should be in the Premier League-ish sort of thing, because I'm Norfolk and that, innit? But, yeah, I take no credit or responsibility.
Yeah, but you live in Leeds. You're allowed to support Leeds, I guess.
No, I don't even... If I was a football fan,
no.
I mean, I see what I've got loads of Leeds fans on my friends list, and I see everything they say on there about Leeds every week, and even they hate being Leeds fans most of the time. It's ridiculous. I don't know, you know, so do these. So if you want to hear a song tonight, get in contact with the GameboyZ tonight on Smile Radio. It's at Smile Radio Yorkshire on Facebook, at Smile Radio 3 on Smile on Twitter and Instagram. If you want to hit us up on the website, www.smileradio.co. Don't forget, if you are listening on the website, we have got a little fantastic app that you can download. It is available for both iTunes and it's available for Google Play and Android. If you've missed the show, catch us again. We're on demand. We're on Podbean, Google Play, Apple Podcasts, as it's now known. You know, they've changed everything on there. Like the other day, I had to sort it out for Smile Radio's podcast and that. And they left me a notification on Podbean. Yeah, you got to sort this out on your own, basically. You got to now pick like 3 different genres to put it in. So I'm like, wow, we're way more than 3 different genres. But I had to do my best, like radio, eclectic.
Yeah, everything between.
Unscripted. I don't know. Yeah, everything in between. I mean, if you're catching this on demand right now, don't forget to listen back to old show. Show some support, because every time you listen back to an old show, cha-ching, cha-ching. I mean, it don't cost you nothing to listen as well. But, you know, obviously we need to keep the station running and stuff. So, yeah, every little listen listens. It matters, indeed. You know. So, yeah, it helps Smile Radio by listening once a day, and you'll keep Ritchie J and Jonno at bay. We won't be banging on your door like, yo, you said you was going to listen to this podcast.
You was.
And on the 25th of September, I can see from my logs here that there was no downloads from this part of town. So I think that you are fucking lying to me, mate. You know what I mean? So yeah, don't make us do that, because we will. Anyway, we're Renegade. We're going to have a bit of old school Brit rock now with the automatic. And yeah, this is Monster, because we all know a monster out there, namely X's, right? Can I get an amen?
monster? Is it a monster? What's that coming over the hill? Is it a monster? Is it a monster? What's that coming over the hill? Is it a monster? Is it a monster? What's that coming over the hill? Is it a monster? Is it a monster? Is it a monster?
we're back again playing the classics tonight. This is the GameboyZ presenting the Renegade Rock Hours on Smile Radio with me and Jonathan Edwards. Jonathan, the Middlesbrough man.
Yeah,
Edwards.
Boy.
So yeah, just been trolling through Facebook as you do, like in the interlude and that, just to see what's new. And I was just about to tell you before we went back, but then I realised we had to go back, so I might as well say it on air, because like these guys are scumbags and that, right? So you get this right. Down in Brighton, shoppers at Asda and staff were terrorised by kids on bicycles and that, right? So these kids, like the teenagers and that, like cycling through, there's a video of it, and these kids have uploaded, these kids, this is how dumb these kids are today, right? They basically snitch themselves up. So they posted a video online and they're cycling through this Asda, booting trolleys and like terrorising customers. And this one woman out of the bread section, she just comes storming out, and good on her, she grabs him off his bike, Like, what do you think you're playing at? Like, you know, there's like five or 10 of them. There's a few of them. And yeah, so the other shoppers start getting involved while the security's coming in and that, blocking them off and that. And these kids just start punching up like pensioners in the store that's just trying to do the right thing and stop these kids from being like dicks, basically. So yeah, it's kind of the world that we live in again at the moment. It's one of those moments. So I watched the video and I was absolutely appalled at it, man. And I really hope that they do get caught. It's like it's one of those things that's actually been posted from the Daily Mail website. Now I don't actually generally follow the Daily Mail website, just to be clear, but I just saw it, somebody had shared it. So yeah, horrible stuff, man, isn't it?
I hope they weren't my generation.
No, it's like, yeah, well, what are you, 20? Nah, I'd say they were like easily teens and stuff, like, you know, it's not your, for once, it's not you guys, it's the next generation. And there's a lot
not the millennials.
Yeah. It's the generation 10s, isn't it, you know? But yeah, like, there's a lot of it going around at the moment, like, even up here in Ponty, I see the posts on the community page and that, and it's just always the kids doing stuff like kicking over displays and plant pots and that. Now, don't get me wrong, when I was a nipper, which wasn't all that long ago, decade and a half maybe, I did my fair share of like terrorizing and stuff, but I wasn't anything like that. There was always like a line of respect there. It was like, it was always more cooler not to get caught and not be a D-bag about it and that. So, like, you know,
Yeah.
point in case, like, me and my best friend once stole a beer keg. This is a long time ago, and we reeled it through town, proud as punch and that, and we got caught out, and I had to live a life, like, basically 5 years of my life to my mother, denying this every time at every party this keg story come up. It's like,
Even
nah.
though she knew anyway.
She did know, she did know anyway, yeah, but, like, I played it straight. I managed to, you know what, it was like an art form that I had to refine this lie and keep up the story. Like, I don't know, somebody just left it in the garden, I was at work that day, it just happened, you know, and yeah, she took it and sold it.
But Richie, you don't work.
I did work at the time. I I work all the time and that. I've worked, like, if she could have, she would have had me.
You've never done a day's graft in your life.
She would have had me down in the mines at like 7 years old, I think. As soon as I turned 15, it was like, right, boy, now you're getting a job. And I was like, yeah, okay, that's cool. So my first job was actually like, if you ever watch the film Dragon, I'm very much like Bruce Lee, but only in the aspect that I started out as a dishwasher. So yeah, I started off by washing dishes for £2.50 an hour at a holiday hotel. So me and my mate, this is the summer that me and my mate both get jobs and stuff, because we need to get cash flow going, because we like to get drunk. You know, we were teenagers and we like to get, like, not ID'd, hopefully. Did have a fake ID though. But yeah, it was one of those, and yeah, I got this job. My mate got the job in the other hotel, and there's the posh hotel, and there's the not so posh hotel where all the hot toddy went, and my mate gets the job where all the hot toddy went, and I get the job in the country club hotel. So I'm like, yes, it's a country club hotel, right? And this is like, I'm a horny teenager at this point. I'm like, there's gonna be bare rich girls coming to this, especially around tennis week and that, because like there's this point in Hunstanton when tennis week happens, and there's two kinds of Fs that you're doing that week, and yeah, either don't end well for anybody. Let's be serious here, yeah. But yeah, it's one of these, and yeah, I was like, oh, the hot toddy's gonna come down from that. I am in heaven. Yeah, the hottest toddy in there was like 50 plus onwards. It was a luxury country club hotel resort for a reason, because it was for over 50.
There wasn't even any work in there?
No, I worked, like, do you know what? They got...
Normally hotels are, like, on point for hiring.
It was like a tiny country club hotel. They had, like, 10 rooms, and there was a chef, and the owner and his wife, they basically managed the 10 rooms between them, and then they got me to be the pool boy as well. And it was the day that they was like, do you want to be pool boy? And this was before it all, like, I had that Usual Suspects moment where he drops a cup and has the moment of realization. But I'm like, yes, I'll be the pool boy. And I get out of there, like, all, like, decked to the nines, collar up, swim shirt on, shorts, sunglasses, aviators, toothpick in mouth, box of, like, cigarettes tucked under my sleeve, maybe a joint behind my ear. And I get ready to sit there and be like, no, none of that. And yeah, like, the only thing I had to worry about was somebody basically having a heart attack in the pool or something worse than that. And it's just like, I've been stitched up. Meanwhile, my mate over at the other hotel, he's like, dude, I've been invited to a party tonight, come on over to this thing. It's like, yeah, I'm working till midnight. This sucks. So yeah, that was my first summer experience. My summers did get better after that though. I worked in an arcade, and that was when I kind of really discovered what the young Ritch N Jonno was all about. But that's a chronicle for another evening. So yeah, we're listening to the Renegade Rock Hours with the GameboyZ. We've got a great playlist this evening picked by me and Johnny. We've got some great undiscovered stuff coming up in the next bit as well, but we've got some classics coming up. In fact, I'm going to play a couple of them for you now. One of them's my all-time favourite of this year, I think, for the dirty rock. There's two, in fact, that I'm going to play for you that are my favourite. I'm going to do them back-to-back, the unsigned dirty rock songs of the year. The first one is 20 Watt Tombstone. And it's called Your Man's a Jerk. And then after that is Sex Rock City by the Big Dirty. You should check these guys out on Twitter. They basically did a thing on there where they have asked about the name of their new song. But I'll talk about it after the song anyway, after these next two songs. So yeah, here's 20 Watt Tombstone and Your Man's a Jerk.
That sounds interesting.
You're listening to Ritch N Jonno and our Friday Night Flava.
Got another fool. Why am I
tuned in to the hottest internet station online. This is
Smile Radio. Welcome back. It's the GameboyZ present the Renegade Rock Hours here on this Friday night on Smile Radio. We're coming up to 25 to 11. We're having a nice little show this evening. I think we're playing some absolute bangers out there. You know, we're getting into the whole nice relaxed gist of the evening. If you've got a rock song that you'd like to hear, though, please don't hesitate to get in contact with us at Smile Radio Yorkshire on Facebook, at Smile Radio 3 on Twitter and Instagram. It is just literally that easy. We're here for about the next hour or so, bringing the chat and stuff. Now, Jonno, you've been dabbling in the world of FIFA 19 this evening, haven't you? You got like dibsy on
20.
the FIFA 20. Yeah, sorry. It's because we're still in the year 2019, man. I always forget they do it for the next year on, and I always get confused in that. But having a dabble on FIFA 2020. 2020. What's your overall thoughts of the beta so far, bud? What have you got to experience? Let's talk about that for a minute.
Not gonna say much because I'm not sure I can, but it's looking good. It's looking good.
I'm sure you're allowed to say a little bit because you know people are going to talk about it, man. You know you can't like at the moment because we looked into this evening because Johnny was going to set himself up with a nice little broadcast and that, and then unfortunately, like the rules of the game are that you can't broadcast the beta, which is like in itself is like, you know, there's a 50-50 thing on it. I said to Johnny earlier, I said, well, it'd be great from a marketing perspective because people are getting a taste of it, which would make them want to pre-order it. But on the other hand of it, if it's buggy as hell, which is, you know, EA challenge everything, you know, I guess it would be sort of like a bit of an embarrassment, really, wouldn't it? You know, like not to be harsh or anything, but you know, I would be mortally embarrassed if it was like a colossal catastrophe. But have you found many bugs with the game just yet? You said something about goalies earlier.
One or two,
right?
Couple of legacy bugs.
Yeah, legacy.
A stadium bug.
Right.
I will be referring.
Okay, well, I'll say it from another friend that's played the beta. They said earlier that the goalie was worse than the one in current pro clubs. Now, I'm not a FIFA man, not big on the game. I play the game with these guys and that. But if the goalie is worse than pro clubs already, and I mean we lose a lot of matches on pro clubs, EA, please sort yourself out and sort the goalie out in pro clubs, because that's the one thing that I want sorted out by the time that I get around to purchasing FIFA like 2020, which will be when it goes free on EA Access. So yeah, sort yourselves out, EA. Come on. That's how I managed to drop in that I wasn't going to pay for it there, you know, like yeah. But yeah, at the moment you're playing Battlefield 5. Anything new on that at the moment? Because I know they've been updating it sort of gradually.
They've got the new map.
Yeah.
Couple of bugs update.
Oh, right, okay. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. The new map, is it like what is it? One of them Road to World War II map things? I can't think of what they're called. It's that time of night, mate. He's not even going to answer me. He's going to be like, nah, screw you, buddy. See, he's ditching me at this hour. I said, my man in Middlesbrough, is it a new, like, road to, I don't know, is it Road to Victory or whatever?
Not really. It's one of these lives, I wouldn't say subscriptions, but that kind of thing.
Right, one of those. Right, okay. Alright, so it's not worth me, like, rusting.
They haven't added in any of the... When you think World War II, you think D-Day, you think Americans, British, Russians.
I know you put Americans first, but remember, we was in the war first, mate.
Focus. Yeah, I know.
I'll just reiterate it for any snowflake, you know. But yeah, no. So
and then they jump into the Pacific.
So there's going to be quite a jump between parts, then, really, isn't there?
Yeah, I don't know whether they're going to come back and do D-Day and all that kind of stuff, or if they're just going to miss it.
Like, as horrible as it is, when it comes to video games and World War II, everybody wants that Saving Private Ryan moment. I remember it was in Call of Duty 2, I think, on the PlayStation. And at the time they had that, and you stood on the beach of Normandy and you got the bullets whizzing past you. You look at the graphics now, horrendous, but back then it was like revolutionary graphics and stuff. But it was like a pretty intense situation. Everybody wants that obviously recreated again, but obviously I wouldn't want to go for it in real life. Just to reiterate, I do I do like to. I do know the lines between reality and fiction. So you know, just to be clear, we don't want to offend anybody tonight, innit? It's one of those. But yeah, if you want to hear a song, you get in contact with us. It's really easy to do. If you want to complain, I don't need it. I think there's a mailbox for that. But yeah, I'm not going to tell you. So yeah, somewhere it's somewhere shoved into a crun. On that note, I'm going to cut to some Black Velvet by Midwich Cuckoos.
Non-stop and back-to-back.
Playing the new music from independent artists around the world. This is your Smile Radio.
Hi, this is Lori Jean coming to you at Smile Radio, bringing you my angel rock-inspired music to bring you joy and inspiration throughout your day. Watch my upcoming releases under my Lori Jean Artist Spotify page, coming out May 12th, July 12th, and October 12th.
Smile with me. Make way. The new music food truck is backing in. Powered by Ion Indie Magazine.
Welcome to the big new beat and popular music.
It's the new music food truck.
Hey, it's Stace Edwards. My brother Jim and I are cooking up a tasty batch of music for you every week on the new music food truck. Join us as we serve up hot, fresh, new alternative and indie music from around the world. Every Saturday at noon right here on Smile Radio. Smile Radio, the home of undiscovered indie, rock, alternative, good times, and now the new music food truck.
If you're looking for custom-made curtains and blinds, get yourself down to the Curtain Shop. Visit our showrooms at Kingsway Ossett or High Street Normanton. For all your curtains, blinds and upholstery needs, go to the Curtain Shop. And if you mention Smile Radio, you'll qualify for free lining for all custom-made curtains. The Curtain Shop, Kingsway Ossett and High Street Normanton. The Curtain Shop.
You are tuned in to the hottest internet station online. This is
Smile Radio. Yes, it is, and welcome back. This is Richie J here with the GameboyZ presenting the Renegade Rock Hours of Friday night with Jonathan Edwards of Middlesbrough. He's currently playing some Battlefield. So if you want to get in contact with us, feel free. We've got some great music coming up in the next bit. We figured that we're going to play some more 90s bangers for a little bit. So we've got some Cooler Shaker, a little bit of Catatonia, Dash of Reef, a little bit of Primal Scream, and maybe some brand new Radicals. We'll see how it goes, But hey, what else is happening today with you, Jonathan? Has anything exciting happened to you today?
Did work, came home, chilled out, played FIFA.
Beat it a little bit, and then joined the party with me. No, sounds about as productive as my day. My day consisted of my son being in a hot tub for most of it with a girl 2 doors. Honestly, that kid scores more time with girls than what I ever did in my lifetime already. He's like 4 years old, and I'm 35, and he's already put me to shame. I mean, you guys, you got a lot of catching up to do to this 4-year-old. He's putting you all to shame in that. You know what I mean? Like one of those. But yeah,
I'm not about that life anymore, man.
He's all on the straight and narrow now. Listen to him. He's a man of nobility. But yeah, he did that. So I got to play some Steely Wheely for a little while today. My missus didn't have a great day, and I felt really bad for her. So I sat outside, made her a cup of tea. She made us a lovely bolognese tonight. She cooked. I felt really bad, but I was keeping Jake entertained with some bubbles while she was cooking. So I was serving a purpose.
Bubbles!
It's not, exactly. Who doesn't love bubbles and that? And then, I came on and did the party. Oh my god, the bolognese day was just bang on. So 10 out of 10 for the chef on that. But yeah, she had a really bad day. So she's upstairs watching Toy Story with a little man at the moment. I, on the other hand,
is she up there awake or asleep?
Nah, if they're watching Toy Story, that kid will stay awake till the end of Toy Story. She has not learned the lesson yet that he will dedicate it. He's been training himself. We've been watching films for the last few weeks, like on a night time in the summer holidays when it's getting to bedtime. We'll sit down and right, we're going to watch a family film now, and we'll start a Blu-ray, and we start with Leeder, and he loves that, and he loves Ghost in the Shell, and he loves Terminator, and we're still building that like 1 to 2 scale Terminator at the moment. I've got a new issue of that today as well. But he is going to be like sci-fi kid. The nerdening is complete. I feel very proud that my son is going to be a nerd.
He has successfully made a nerd.
I know. At least I know that he won't be violent because nerds ain't violent. We're runners, not fighters. We do try to be lovers, but that opportunity comes few and far between. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Speak for yourself, man.
Well, I'm just saying, like, on a stereotypical basis, but yeah, alright, I guess. I'm just looking at the news at the moment. Wow, there's major power failures across the UK at the moment. If you're listening to this, obviously, it's not in your area, or unless you're listening in on the app and that.
Yep.
But yeah, power outage as similar power cut hit the UK in 2008. This has come from the BBC. Nearly 1 million people have been affected by major power cut across large areas of England and Wales, affecting homes and transport networks. National Grid has said it was caused by issues with 2 power generators, but the problem was now resolved. Blackouts were reported across the Midlands, the South East, South West, North East of England and Wales. So you're quite lucky, Johnny, because you're North East as well, aren't you, bud? So, have you not had any flicker in tonight or anything?
Nope. Didn't even have it at work, sadly.
It's a bit random that 2 generators go out at once, though, isn't it? You know what I mean? This is it. It's because I saw in the news today that the economies are collapsing. It's doomsday, isn't it? It's begun. Yeah. The next thing you know, there'll be the zombie.
The world is falling apart.
Everybody's getting sick, so the zombie apocalypse is going to happen, and that, you know. I'm glad to hear that you're sounding a lot better tonight, though. I mean, if you listen to last night's show, there was at one point I thought Jonno might die, and we don't have insurance for that on the show, so I had to tell him to go outside and do it. You know,
yeah.
Really, but yeah.
Tell me to go outside.
I know, I'm
cold, man.
I'm cold like that, innit? You know what I mean? But yeah, anyway, these power outages have affected King's Cross. I'm glad I'm not going on any journeys in that. Weren't Jam supposed to be going on a journey today? Wonder if they've had a power cut, you know?
Yeah, he's going on a boat.
Oh, I guess. Oh, he's going on a boat, yeah. But yeah, so the power outages, I mean, that was like, looking on the news website, I mean, that's the lightest news that I could actually find this evening. However, I got a news feed today from Google. I asked Google what the news is because it gives me global news. And in Kenya, they had to evacuate the Kenyan government today because of a nasty smell. And one of the other politicians accused another politician of polluting the air. Basically, he sharted, and they had to evacuate Parliament until the smell had gone. That's some positive news for you. I'm sure that, if anything, has made you smile today, and that's what Smile Radio is all about. Don't get depressed with the politics. We're all about the good times. Anyway, here's another classic. This one.
Them instead.
That's it. Here's some Road Rage by Catatonia.
If all you've got to do today is find peace of mind, come round. Take a piece of mind, and if all you've got to do today is hesitate,
Delilah, what's it like in New York City? I'm 1,000 miles away, but girl, tonight you look so pretty, yes you do. Times Square can't shine as bright as you, I swear it's true. Hey there Delilah, don't you worry about the distance, I'm right there. If you get lonely, give this song another listen. Close your eyes, listen to my voice, it's my disguise, I'm by your side. Oh, it's what you do to me. 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 What you do to me. Hey there Delilah, I know times are getting hard, but just believe me girl, someday I'll pay the bills with this guitar. We'll have it good, we'll have the life we knew we would, my word is good. Hey there Delilah, I've got so much left to say. If every simple song I wrote to you would take your breath away, I'd write it all. Even more in love with me you'd fall, we'd have it all. Oh, it's what you do to me. 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 1,000 miles seems pretty far, but they've got planes and trains and cars. I'd walk to you if I had no other way. Our friends would all make fun of us, and we'll just laugh along, because we know that none of them have felt this way. Delilah, I can promise you that by the time we get through, the world will never ever be the same, and you're to blame. Hey there Delilah, you be good and don't you miss me. 2 more years and you'll be done with school, and I'll be making history like I do. You'll know it's all because of you. We can do whatever we want to. Hey there Delilah, here's to you, this one's for you. Oh, it's what you do to me. 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 What you do to me.
Non-stop and back-to-back.
Playing the new music from independent artists around the world. This is your Smile Radio.
Oh, place your hands on my home. Run your fingers through my soul. Alright. Oh, and the way that to feel right
put your hands up here on Smile Radio, this Renegade Rock Friday. It's more Ritch N Jonno's Friday Flava. We're taking it easy this week, you know, summer jams to, you know, put you in the mood for those good times and that, you know what I mean? So yeah,
boy.
Just saying, just in the interlude, nice and chill tonight and that. Alright, we're just listening there, tapping away to the music, and I can hear Johnny tapping away on his controller, like in a nice concentrated state while he's playing his game and that. But yeah, proper enjoying the blast from the past a little bit tonight. So might drop these in there once in a while and that. Might even have an 80s rock night one night, you know, one Friday.
Sounds interesting.
Like, you know, some proper bangers from the 80s and that just don't get enough plays these days and that. The 80s is like, because I mean, you got to think now, that's nearly, I mean, it's ridiculous, it's nearly 40 years ago. I know this because I'm feeling that near part of 40. But, you know, there's some great tracks from the 80s and stuff, you know. The 70s, yeah, there's still a few good tracks, but, you know, I'll probably go far back as that, because that is like my generational gap. Anything prior to the 70s, you know. But yeah, you know, watch this space. But of course, we are the home of the best independent music from around the world, playing the brightest stars of tomorrow today. So stay tuned throughout the night here at Smile Radio as well, because there's going to be plenty more great independent rock music coming up after us a little bit later on as well. So yeah, stay tuned for that. And if you've got a particular favourite, obviously go follow them on Twitter. We try and put as many Twitter handles now as we can on the independent artists on our little playlist blurbs and that. So you'll see them pop up on Twitter randomly if you drop us a follow at Smile Radio 3. Not that you need any more reasons to obviously drop us a follow, namely because the GameboyZ and stuff as well.
Because it's us.
But yeah, just having a look on the old news again while I was in the interlude there, and I came up with another story on here. This is again on the BBC News site. Women in labour, not the government labour, but women in labour given virtual reality to ease the pain of childbirth. Women in labour being given virtual reality headsets to see if they can help manage the pain of childbirth. The University Hospital of Wales in Cardiff is carrying out a trial, and it could be rolled out across Wales if successful. Midwife Susan Hardacre said the technology offered an alternative for pain management. Now, I'm just going to cut it there, because like realistically, like that's like kind of saying the pain's all in your mind. And
that is not going to change the pain you were feeling.
Yeah, I mean, let's face it. I mean, watching something while something rips its way out of you, and I mean that's putting it like in a high grotesque sci-fi horror manly way. I know the most manliest way to describe childbirth. Something tear this way out of you. It's not. It's a beautiful thing, trust me. But yeah, yeah. I mean, the virtual reality. I mean, just imagine if somebody hijacked that and did put something absolutely terrifying in the virtual reality headset. You know, like Stephen King's It pops up mid-labour, like, man, you know, that baby's just gonna shoot out across the room, innit? You know what I mean? So yeah, I don't know, virtual reality in hospitals. I mean, I've always said from the start, I think virtual reality is very hit and miss, because we're not quite there with it yet. I mean, we tried in the early 90s. I remember having the first VR headset. It cost me a $5 go in this old coin-op arcade, and you got to play the Lawnmower Man. But you had this headset, and it was pretty much the size of your head. And it was heavy as well. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's like 89% of the reason of my back pain in adult later life. And then you get harnessed in as well, and you get this big old power glove thing, and you got to try and find the thing on that because you can't see it. Got a control stick in one hand as well, so you got to try and use that to shoot, and then figure out where you got to move yourself and that. And yeah, it was big and clunky back then, and they've sort of simplified it now. But it's visual. You want visual and sensory, I guess, which is obviously probably be the next thing, where you put it on and you can actually feel the action. And then obviously Black Mirror will be right, because you know there'll be gamers out there like banging other gamers and stuff virtually and stuff, won't there? You know, the way that it's going. You know, I think we could try and catch Ryan out on that one next GameboyZ or something again. You know, just drop it in
There's
there. There's
people out there already making robots for it.
Well, there isn't there. If you go on the Wish site, there's a few on there. Not saying that I actually specifically looked this up, but I mean, I don't know about you, but I get the most randomest ads from Wish pop up on my Facebook newsfeed. Like the other day,
I do as well, to be fair.
I'm must be getting a little bit naive on my later on in life moments and that, but I said to Danny, I said, what is this like? And she looked and she went, that's a GIMP mask. I went, no. I said, it's just like a leather mask with a dog's face. She goes, yeah, that's a GIMP mask, because some people are into that kind of thing. And I was sat there for a minute, like, I feel like I'm Homer Simpson these days, just slowly, like, taking things over and being like, I went, oh, and then I asked her if she wanted to get one, and she told me no, so yeah, we're not getting one, unfortunately. So, yeah.
How did I know that one was coming?
Well, yeah, you know, it's keeping it saucy, innit, you know what I mean? But, yeah, you know, keeping in the know. I've been listening to the next track quite a bit recently. It's one of those tracks that Again, it puts you in a good mood. It's a bit of a old classic, is this one, and you've probably heard it on a lot of commercials, but there's a message in this song about, you know, sticking together, you know, and yeah, I feel like as a whole the human race isn't doing a very good job of that at the moment, but sometimes we just need a gentle reminder. And if you're taking a minute to listen to this song, just listen to the words and listen to how deep it gets, because, you know, we got to stick together. And yeah, this is Something in the Air by Thunderclap Newman. Renegade Rockin'. It's Friday night with the Game Boys.
Hidden you in the reels.
Because the revolution's here, and you know hold you down, 'cause you're a friend, I blame myself. I guess you think it's funny now, it's such a shame, all by myself. 'Cause I don't wanna drag you down, hold you down, 'cause you're a friend, I blame myself. I guess you think it's funny now, it's such a sin, all by myself. 'Cause I don't wanna drag you down, hold you down, 'cause you're a friend, I blame myself. I guess you think it's funny now,
If you wasn't singing along to that one, you should be ashamed of yourself. There was two absolutely cracking tracks back to back right there. We had Thunderclap Newman
Indeed.
and Get It Together, and then Just a Day by Feeder, because that's all it is. Life is just a series of just a days, isn't it? You know, and why don't you just make a memory every day? You know, make love, not war. You goddamn tree-hugging hippies, you know, or vice versa. I don't know.
'Cause let's be honest, the only thing you're gonna remember once you die are the memories and other people.
Well, isn't this really the weird thing? Like, you know, going back to what we were sort of saying last time on the political note of things and that, like, it's kind of like the hippies are now the enemy again. Like, I mean, they weren't the enemy before or nothing. They were all peace and love, but these new wave hippies are like, hey, fuck you, and they don't care, and they just like, they really just want to piss all over everybody's parade and that.
Yep.
And you got the other hippies that are just like looking at them like, I mean, I class myself as the like middle hippie, like the guy that's just like, whoa, dude, you just need to chill the fuck out, you know what I mean? Like, and there's these other guys that are just like, hey, no, that's offensive, I'm offended. And I have a real simple thing for that. Like, go be offended somewhere else, because, like, I don't really care
anymore. I don't
anymore.
understand how you could be offended for someone else anywhere.
That's it. I mean, everybody says something offensive sometime in their life. I mean, I could probably lose count of the amount of people I have offended in my lifetime. Am I ashamed of it? No. Does it make me a bad person? Also no. Does it make me a bit of a dick? Sometimes, definitely. You know,
most of the time with you.
Yeah, most of the time, let's be fair. But it's one of these things, isn't it? It's like, you've got your far right now, which we've always known that they've all been like class A douchebags from like day one anyway, like, you know. I mean, but that's their lifestyle and that's their thing. But then you had the left side, which was the way supposed to be super chill, and now you got the far left that's like, where's the chill gone? You know, they're just as bad as the militant rights and that. They might as well. It's kind of like that one way you just want to get them in a room and just stand up on the table. I mean, not that you'll get a word in edgeways, but you just want to be like, hey, you all just need to fucking get it over with, and that be it. You know what I mean? And that is absolutely it. You know what I mean? And that's how that conversation's got to go, because then they could be both pissed off at that one person, and then everybody's offended by one thing, and everything's back on track again, like it was before. You know, because I remember
apart
like
from that, maybe one person.
Well, it's like modern age Jesus Christ, isn't it? He offended
for the greater good.
He offended everybody, so yeah, we could all live in peace. You know, it's that thing, isn't it? You know, yeah, it's gonna have a picture of we'll call him Dave, like the modern Messiah Dave, just standing on a table, all hands are pointed to both sides, fingers pointed, flipping them off like, you guys just need to fuck off and make a fup off. That's it. That's gonna be his quote under his big like glass stained portrait. That's it, you know. And in years to come, when people look back and be like, oh my god, how far did we go? Yeah, pretty far apparently, and we're still, you know, there's still far that we can go. I don't know how far it could be. But we've got a couple more songs left to go this evening before we call it a night. So yeah, we'll play those, and then we'll come back and say goodbye. This is Broken Empire next. They've got a gig in Leeds soon, and this is Hearts of Damaged Men, and it's going to be followed by Sky Fever and Kings.
They say the stories are just fiction. We're moving forward from addiction.
that was Kings by Sky Fever, a great indie band. Go check them out. Featured artists, just like Broken Empire. www.smileradio.co/featured artists. Now, we got to nearly half 11, so it is that time of the night where me and Jonathan Duff have to piss off of the airwaves. If you have enjoyed this show, don't forget, obviously it is NSFW, so if you are easily offended and you have been offended at this point, your complaints are likely to fall on deaf ears, because I did warn you. I'm only kidding.
You were warned.
I do take complaints very seriously with a smile. So yeah, stay tuned. We have got some great stuff coming up throughout the night. It's the late night rock hours here on Smile Radio. So there is going to be some more NSFW music from the hottest independent artists from around the world, because we are playing tomorrow's brightest stars today. So yeah, check out a new artist that you'll love. Drop them a follow. Find them on Spotify, add them to your playlist. We've had a few on here tonight. I'd like to give a big shout out to my main man Jonathan over in Middlesbrough for joining me this evening for the Renegade Friday Flava.
My pleasure.
We like to keep it chill, and I think we've had a nice chill evening out of it. We'll be back next Friday with the Renegade Rock Hours. Not so much with the GameboyZ, because I've got a trip back to Norfolk on Thursday night. No, I'm tripping back from Norfolk on Thursday night, but we'll be back on Friday with a whole new Renegade Rock Hours. Nice and chill. Maybe another playlist like this. We'll see how it goes, But yeah, stay tuned for some more great stuff throughout the night.
Boy.
I'm Ritchie J. This is Smile Radio. And I'll let Jonathan also say goodbye, because I'm not cruel like that.
I'm Jonno, and keep smiling.
Hasta la vista.
First you have a go at me saying it, now you're having a go at me for not saying it.